Welcome. Welcome back to the Dawg Show. Oh, yeah. I'm talking to you, Wayne Techtard III. The dogs are coming to town. And we're going to have you for 60 minutes. 60 minutes of playtime. Oh, yeah. We're going to take Brian Harrion and DeAndre Swift. Oh, yeah. And we're going to run them right at you. And there's nothing you're going to do about it. Now, when you try to run the ball on the dogs, you're going nowhere. That's right. And when we're done, we're going to the championship. And you'll just be going back home. So welcome to the Dawg Show. We'll be seeing you soon.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Big Dawg Brett. It's one of my favorite weeks, hate week for Georgia Tech. Living in the Georgia area, I see Georgia Tech stuff here and there, and it always aggravates me. I just don't understand. Unless you go to that school, unless your kids got a scholarship, I cannot understand why you would pull for them over the Georgia Bulldogs. But hey, that's what you get. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I do want to go over a few things, kind of get into the numbers of it. This is called the good, clean, old-fashioned hate game, and it's that way for a reason. Both teams play with a different physicality during this time. It's just always a really fun game to watch for both teams. In the past 18 years, Georgia has won 15 of those games. It should have been 16, but because Mark Richt doesn't know how to manage the clock, we lost one of those. So blame that on the coach. Anyway, let's talk about the Bobby Dodd Stadium, or as I like to call it, the joke by Coke, because it's down there by the Coca-Cola place, for those of you who don't know. Georgia Tech also has this thing called the Rambling Wreck. You may have heard of it. The Rambling Wreck is the covered wagon of the SEC. That thing's apt to flip over and fall apart at any time. It's just absolutely ridiculous. They roll out this old busted jalopy. It's held together with duct tape and WD-40, and they drive it around, and they hope one of the wheels don't fall off. It's disturbing. I know nobody expects Georgia to lose this game. How is Georgia going to lose to a bunch of people who can't even find a stadium without a map and a protractor? I mean, if you got to have a map and a protractor to find a stadium and it's on the campus, might not be your sport. So currently, Georgia Tech is 3-8. Their stats are really not that good. Their primary quarterback, he's got 7 interceptions this year. He only has 5 receivers with more receptions than he's thrown interceptions to the other team. So, not the most talented candidate. Now, I will say, they got a good. No, they don't have a good kicker. He kicks 42% on field goals. So you know, not really going to get to the red zone area. So he's got to kick a field goal. Guy only kicks for 42% against SEC and second shift Waffle House teams. So I don't expect a whole lot out of those guys. That having been said, their third down percentage is 31%. So that's not good either. If they don't pick up a first down on first or second down, it's not. They're not going to hold on to the ball for long. Quarterback misses roughly half of his pass attempts. Oh wait, that's about even. I'll come back to that. They have had 16 fumbles though. That's a lot. That's like 2 a game almost. So it's not good. Not good. They do, however, have a better quality win than most. Well, in Alabama, they beat Miami. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. There's a lot of Alabama fans trying to make a case to get into the college football playoffs. I just want you to know, I think the win over Miami is better than any win Alabama has right now. Oh, by the way, shout out Tennessee fans. Congratulations. You're bowl eligible. Nobody expected that, but I'm happy for you. Way to go, guys. Now, back to the kicking situation. Their punter averages 38 yards. 38. That's terrible. 38 yards. My 16-year-old son could kick further than that. But nobody wants to go to that school, so they can't get a punter. So that's simple as that. They allow ACC teams to score more than 30 points per game. They're averaging 17 points per game. They just got shut out against Virginia Tech. And they're allowing somewhere in the neighborhood of 415 yards in offense against them. So this is not a game I'm worried about at all. Right now, the score predictor on ESPN has got the game listed at a whopping 98.7, I think it is, that UGA will win this game. I have no doubt that that's probably correct. The 2.3% that's left over, or 1.3% that's left over, it's probably whatever the number is for the bus flipping over on the way down there, and the players can't play because they're injured. I mean, that's probably the same percentage rate. It's that rare. And on top of that, I just want to point out that last year UGA was a 17-point favorite. This year, it's 28. Now, considering UGA hasn't scored 28 points in how many games? That ought to tell you how bad this is going to be. Hey, I just want you guys to know that I don't care that it's a noon game. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Georgia's going to come down there. And maybe we'll put in a backup quarterback just to see what happens. But I believe UGA could run the wild dog all day, and well, it just wouldn't be a problem. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who don't know, to tell you the extreme high level of intelligence that the Georgia Tech fans have, there's a song they sing. Like Georgia, whenever it's glory, glory to old Georgia, and with LSU or whomever, right? So when Georgia Tech does it, when they play Georgia, they say, and to heck with Georgia. That's half your own name, you bonehead. Oh, go back to the biology lab, leave football to the big boys. You guys, there's no chance here. UGA is going to roll over them. Maybe we might even make a pass or two, but we'll see what happens. Score predictor, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say Georgia finds a way to put some offense together. I'm going to say Georgia 35, Georgia Tech, and I never do this, 0. You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. God bless. Go Dawg.